name's Nick Lewis.
My name is Paul Mikowitz.
I'm Laura Torchio.
My name's Gray Russell.
I'm Jerry Freed. I'm the mayor of Montclair, and I got here, unfortunately, not by walking or biking, but by driving my car into the parking lot across the street.
The vision that we really want is for Montclair to become a model community that is replicated throughout not just this area, but throughout the country maybe or beyond.
The children walking to neighborhood schools is a tremendous health benefit, not just physically, but also mentally.
Kids walking and riding a bike to school is the norm, as the exception, rather than the exception.
We are people who bike, we are people who walk, we are people who have local agriculture. I think that on a day-to-day basis for people's behaviors, and especially behaviors that you do every single day repeatedly, like eating or using active travel or motorized travel, it's about events, but it's also about infrastructure. And sometimes it's somewhat boring kinds of activities and interventions that we need to do, and some of it is about street design.
Our roads are one of our primary assets, and they bring life to a community. And if you only design them for the movement of cars, you're really missing out.
You know, the town's already made some steps to creating sort of a bike network or sort of an easily found, either by mapping or by signage or by striping of the roads, indicating to residents that biking is not an odd thing to do, that it's the normal thing to do, and that's a really cool thing to do.
The idea of community gardens is great. Anything that gets the community involved. The farmers market is a wonderful place to get good, healthy food, and it's also a social environment, and you can walk or ride your bike there.
One of our trustees who's a senior, and she said she likes to walk, but she doesn't always have someone to walk with. But if she was went to the park and she saw somebody wearing one of our Healthy Eating, Active Living t-shirts, and she would know that they were also interested in this movement, and she would feel comfortable going up to them and saying, would you like to walk together?
Go to places like Brookdale Park and see the park full of all kinds of sports activities and people exercising and just out or just being outside and walking their dog and enjoying themselves.
Maybe exercise-based programs where people can go. It's a little social and a little bit exercise at the same time.
A walking school bus where parents volunteer to walk to school with the children and get them from point A to B.
So much research that says kids who eat better and are more active actually prove to be better students.
We were one of two grant receivers in the state to be a pilot program for Safe Routes to Schools. We have a town-wide Safe Routes to Schools bike network, bike and walking network that's going to connect up all the schools. Edgemont School now has a program called Voltage. There are little tags that kids can put on their backpacks, and if they walk to school or bike to school, they go past this flagpole and there's a little sensor that'll beep and it'll credit them for, if they're a mile from school, for the walk to school, and they get points and they get prizes from walking and biking more.
I think the healthy eating part of this whole thing is much harder to quantify, because eating is such a intensely personal thing.
It's all about convenience,
And getting the local merchants and grocery stores to go along with this. So they have maybe a weekly special in certain vegetables and fruit, say. And, with the logos of our organization saying, like it's a good idea to da-da-da-da, which would bring the awareness level higher.
Why not have healthy, trucks going all over Montclair? How about not even trucks? How about, like in Singapore where I grew up, you have rickshaws where you got somebody biking. So how about having those all over town that had healthy food or, whatever it was?
Whatever health situation you're in today, that there's hope and that tomorrow you could be in a better place by altering some things.